I don't know who needs to hear this, but are you making well-informed decisions in your life? Decisions can be both a blessing or a curse. Decisions are a blessing when you know what to do, you have all the information in your fingertips, and you have control to be able to execute on your decision. Decisions are a curse, however, when you really don't know what to do, the situation is new to you, and maybe you don't have a lot of control over what you need to do. So, how can you make effective decisions that are good for you and for those who are impacted by your decisions? First thing you need to think about is, have you defined the problem correctly? A lot of people end up making the wrong decisions because they haven't taken time to think about what the problem is and to define it properly. To illustrate, somebody can tell you that their problem in life is that they want to have all the latest luxury items that money can buy. And their decisions in life will be based on how they have framed the problem. Another person might tell you that what is important to them is to be able to take care of their basic necessities and have enough to pay for those in terms of income, while being able to have freedom to live a life of fulfillment. As you can imagine, defining that problem in those two ways will influence what each one of the parties involved will do for money. One party might decide that what they need to do is work, earn a lot of money, and that allows them to be able to pay for those luxuries that they desire. Another might decide that they can get by taking a nice job, not too stressful, doesn't pay too much, but one that allows them the freedom to have proper work-life balance, and then they can watch their expenses, save, invest, and over time get to that point in their life where they can be financially independent. The mindset and the definition of the problem has led to two different decisions. So it's important for you to define the problem that you're trying to solve. Define the problem that your decision will impact properly. Now, after you've defined the problem properly, you need to gather as much information as possible to help you to identify how to solve that problem. Again, this is a challenge for a lot of people today. The reason being that today with the internet, there is information that can be easily accessed. And the reality with the information that is easily available to people today is that a lot of the information that is presented on different subjects is junk. However, most people don't recognize junk information because it is presented in a very convincing way and in a confident manner by the person presenting the information. Another reality is that in your looking for information, you might have specific biases that will influence where you go to get information on the problem you're trying to solve. And if you don't recognize that bias or the biases that you have, you may already be sourcing your information in a very, very flawed manner. So it's important for you to recognize your bias. It's important for you to recognize the bias of the source of the information and how it is being presented to you, because that will influence whether your decision making heads in the right direction or goes south. Some people also make the mistake in their life of only trusting their feelings. The funny thing is, a good book, the Bible, which a lot of people trust, has a very important saying about the heart, which is the source of feelings. It says that the heart is treacherous. Now, would you trust something that is treacherous? Well, we all want to think of ourselves as being good, but the reality is our feelings can be treacherous and can be deceptive in a very insidious manner. So while it is important to recognize your feelings, that in itself should not be the key decision driver for whatever you choose to do. For example, if you're feeling angry or resentful, then you've already set yourself up for disaster if you take a decision based on such a feeling. Understanding the problem properly, having access to the right information, and recognizing how you feel about the matter, and combining all of that will help you to be able to identify different alternatives that are available to you in the decision that you're about to take. Recognizing that there are different alternatives gives you perspective, and it helps you not to fall into the trap of being fixated on a particular solution option. Because what might happen is, if you're fixated on a particular solution type, there might be information that you do not have currently that will later become available to you when you start executing, that needs to be given consideration so that you can quickly change your decision and look at all the other alternatives that will take you to success. Another trap that you need to avoid is the trap of thinking that if you go down a particular path, then you will sacrifice your values. That's not necessarily the case. So for example, some people think that if they go on the internet to look for information sources, then they will sacrifice some value that they have, like, or they value looking at things on paper. Valuing looking at things on paper does not necessarily mean that you will have access to the right information. Yes, the internet might be full of a lot of negative things, but you don't have to sacrifice your values to get on the internet. You just need to recognize the dangers and be prepared to meander your way out of that so that you don't lose your values in life. So, are you making well-informed decisions? Are you defining the problem properly? Are you getting access to correct information? Do you know what you feel about the situation? Do you understand the options that are available to you? Are you quick to recognize how the situation changes? All of this put together properly will help you to make good decisions and revisit your decisions and make changes where needed so that you can head down and continue in the path of success. So always make good decisions. Practice thinking. Practice getting information. Practice recognizing your feelings. And the more you do this, the better you will be at decision-making process. If you like this video and you haven't subscribed already, please do us a favor. Smash that subscribe button, and while you're at it, hit the notification bell. And if you haven't seen the other videos on the channel, please be sure to look them up. If you think there's someone that will benefit from watching this video or other content on the channel, please do us a favor and share with them. Thanks for stopping by, and have a beautiful day.